Oh, good morning, Group One. This is the second time that I'm recording this, so I am going to speak a little faster, and I do apologize if you're unable to keep track, but I need to keep this under 10 minutes. But because everything is a message, I am recording this for a second time. I am going to start off now with saying there may be someone who is listening to this or someone in your energy who is looking for a second chance. Yes, this is confirmation. So there's something that's happening in duality or a second chance, or you're wanting a second chance. But let's go ahead and jump right back in. Every word that I have pulled was pulled just randomly, and the card that I pulled for you was also pulled randomly. So let's start with the card and the question, and then we will go through the words. But before I jump in, I want to remind everyone to always read between the lines. Do not look at a word for face value. Many words have dual meanings, and it may be a code word or a safe word for you. So the condom that you selected was the Fantasy Shop's branded condom. And the question is, when was the last time you were ratchet? For those of you who don't know what ratchet means, it could basically mean anything to anyone, but it's around the energy of just letting go, being wild, letting loose. And sometimes it can mean giving people a piece of your mind, stepping out of quote unquote character or off your throne. Or off your throne. Sometimes just, I'm having some internet interruptions here. So maybe there's also a lot of interruptions or distractions that are happening in your life. Hopefully the recording is still happening. So yes, back to ratchet. Ratchet. Sometimes, yes, we do need to step off of our throne a little bit to kind of spank that ass and then go back onto your throne. Just for shits and giggles sometimes. But let's look at the words and see how this all ties in. The 4 words we have are mirrors, weeds, abundance, and distance. So let's focus on the condom itself, the Fantasy Shop. There may be some fantasies that have been coming up for you or your partner or partners in the recent. There may be some fantasies that your shadow self is asking you to explore. I need to remind you that shadow is not a good or a bad thing. It's just something that's in secret or hidden away, and sometimes even hidden in plain sight. Sometimes a person's shadow can even be being nice. Maybe it's time for you to not be so nice anymore. Maybe it's time for you to play a little dirty, whether it's in the bedroom or your professional life or your within your family, within legal limits, of course. Now, for the word mirrors, there may be someone mirroring back to you. Unfortunately, too many people think that mirrors is the same as reflections. It's not. When you look in a mirror, you're basically looking at the opposite side of your 3D self. So let's go from that perspective. Someone mirroring something back to you may be uncomfortable, or maybe you're mirroring something back to someone else that may be uncomfortable. But it also may be something pleasurable, but because it's here on the table, it may be something that the universe is asking you to step into, back to when was the last time you have been a little ratchet. We're going to keep going. The next word is weeds. Yes, weeds. Weeds is a tough word because what one person may consider a weed in their garden or their yard or in their life may be a treasure or a medicine or an aesthetic that another person cherishes and loves. Again, back to mirrors and the duality of life, fantasies. So Are you mirroring something back to someone and they're rejecting it? Meaning in a way that is making them uncomfortable or forcing them to grow quicker than they're ready, or quicker, or in a way that they are not able to right now. Let's not place judgment on that person, but also some people may be mirroring something back to us that we may need to see and acknowledge within ourselves. I think the trick is to not try to let it cause us envy and jealousy. I'm hearing the word solitude. Let it not be something that causes us to respond or react negatively. There may also be something in your life or your environment that is engaging or responding to you in a way that may feel negative because you're mirroring an aspect of them that causes them to feel, I'm hearing the word challenged or uneasy. And sometimes when that happens, people can try to suppress, silence, and sabotage us. So the next word is abundance. I love that this has lined up under the words mirrors and weeds, because I feel like some may be realizing and recognizing that the nice mask no longer works, and that when abundance has shown up in your life, it has shown up when you have been in your full authenticity and fully transparent, despite the fact that it didn't make any sense to those around you, and that may be a partner. I am hearing the word again, too. Duality, pairs. So, and pairs, Pairs. Yes, but I'm being stopped to spell the fruit, pear, Pear. So maybe that's a code word or a safe word for someone. Either way, back to the word abundance. So, abundance might show up in your life if you get a little bit more ratchet, maybe check a few people, put an end to some shit, or maybe abundance will start showing up in your life in a more consistent and long-term way if you start to maybe mirror those around you who get under your skin only because maybe you silently envy the way that they are able to show up and thrive in their life, despite the fact that they are breaking all of societal rules. So yes, look at the mirrors, look at the weeds. What is that weed? Is it something that's annoying you? Is it something that needs to be plucked out? Or is it actually the medicine that you need that will lead you to the abundance that you desire? Or acknowledge that living on the margins, on the fringes of life has led to you in abundance. And for someone out there, I am being led to encourage you to maybe teach others. You may be needing some extra income right now, and you can't figure out how or where the money is going to come from. And I'm being asked to tell you that it is the secret to your abundance is lying in your way to be truly authentic and to teach others that. Last but not least is the word distance. So there may be someone at a distance from you, or maybe you need to distance yourself from some people or two people, back to the word pairs. Last but not least, if you are at a distance and you are looking to explore, I am going to highly recommend to purchase a remote toy for you and maybe the love affair in your office, so that you can explore some fantasies with each other, or maybe just yourself, or maybe even someone in your apartment building. Have a fantastic day. Good day, group 2. I am going to speak a bit quicker here because I need to get this done in under 10 minutes. Before I looked at the cards and the words that I have for you, which is group 2, which is the magnum, the golden package magnum condom. Hey, the message that I got was, it feels like there needs to be some cleaning. And as I mentioned in group 1, is that we need to always read between the lines and look at the double meaning of the words. And sometimes words are safe words or code words that you may have for yourself or for another person. So the energy of like something needs to be dusted. Open the windows. I know it may be hot where you are, but let some fresh air in. Open at least just one window. Maybe roll the windows down a bit when you're driving. Even if you have to turn the air conditioning up, do something to let a breeze in. In addition, washing some windows. Something about windows and air and dusting, or maybe something around that. I'm not really sure, but let's just go ahead and jump into the question that was pulled for you today for the card, which was, what are my gifts? Now again, gifts can be words. It could be a word that you might be asking yourself, what are your spiritual gifts? Or you may be someone like myself who doesn't like surprises. So once someone tells me that they have a surprise for me, I, at that point, really need to know. Just give it to me or don't tell me. Gifts maybe, and it doesn't have to be spiritual gifts, just gifts that may help you earn extra income. But we're going to get back into that a little bit more as I dive into the words. So the words that I pulled for you are word number 1, costume. Second word, distance, which is interesting because that was a word that was also pulled for number 1. So you may want to go listen to group number 1 also, but we'll get into this more. And then we also have the word thresholds and secrets. So let's take a deep breath and let's jump in. I am being guided to go back to this whole theme around fresh air, new energy, cleaning something up. And is someone or someone around you, are you wearing a costume or like a mask, or maybe to explore, because this is about adult intimacy toys and products and the fantasy shop. Maybe you need to spice up your romantic life, or let's not even call it romantic. I'm feeling, the energy that I'm feeling right now is like I'm shimmying, the shimmy in my shoulders and shaking the boobies, and the tatas right now is sassy. Yes. So maybe the energy of spicing things up is going to require a breeze, feeling the breeze on, whether you're male or female, on your genitalia. And maybe that's the biggest way that you can find sensuality and eroticism and getting in the mood and turned on. So maybe you need to remove the costume and the mask that you wear in day-to-day life. Or maybe go and, I promise you that I did not intentionally pick these words, but maybe you need to find a costume. Maybe role playing needs to happen. And even if you're a solo player like myself, sometimes maybe you need to step into the role and wear a different costume. And it doesn't always have to be a physical type of costume, but just role playing throughout your day. And if you are looking for some type of attire to help you out with this, yes, the fantasy shop does have attire and shoes. I personally feel my sexiest when I'm barefoot. I don't know about you. I'm already clumsy and I trip all over myself in heels. I feel like someone needed to hear that. Not all of us find feeling ourselves our most attractive. I feel sexiest when I'm in the mud and the dirt and just being dirty. So next word, distance. Distance. Okay. So for you, the distance feels a little bit different than in pile one, but it may tie in. I feel a sense of longing, nostalgia, like the wonder years. Maybe there's a past love that has shown back up in your life. Right now, as I'm recording this, a fog is moving into the city over the horizon and over the city line. So yes, maybe you're one that loves to maybe and now a kind of downpour is happening. Showers. Yes, there's a message for you in pile one, specifically in the beginning. Drink the water. Maybe squirting and the wetness of life, the dewiness, the stickiness. Maybe you're someone that finds romance and sensuality and erotic. Big downpour. Go drink your water also. And on a rainy day, maybe you're more turned on by coziness, fire, out, as opposed to outdoors. I'm feeling cookies, baking cookies. This feels very home-like. Comfort. Yes, something around comfort. Next word, we have thresholds. So maybe you're transitioning out of one phase. So maybe this is those that are like myself that are in your late 40s and 50s, and you're transitioning out of that ratchet, wild phase and into a more settled and comfortable within your skin. Maybe you're removing that costume that you felt like you maybe had to wear, and you're finding your sensual sexuality side is more in being a caretaker or being taken care of, coming through a threshold, coming out of you're re-emerging in a more comfort like. You're removing, I just keep hearing over and over, remove the costume, whatever costume that may be, remove the costume. Last but not least, secrets. Maybe, is that a secret, or maybe a partner, maybe yourself, that is tired of the role playing, whatever the role playing has been, and you have not communicated with that, with your partner or someone in your life, that it doesn't feel like secrets are being kept from you. It feels more of like a personal thing. You have some secrets that you need to share. You have some secrets that you want to share. And I am not going to say to out anyone. I would never recommend that unless someone is harming someone, but it doesn't feel that way. It just feels like a rebirth, how the rainbows come out after a rain. Like I really need to go to the grocery store, and I'm like, I should have gone yesterday when it was bright and sunny, and I forget there are downpours, and now I have to wait until no. See, this is the thing. This is the indulgence. If you can afford it, and even if you can't afford it, somehow switch up your schedule. Maybe take an Uber to the grocery store as opposed to driving to the grocery store. Some way bring luxury and abundance and opulence in your life. Remove the costume to allow more abundance and stability into your life. And that is all that I have for you, Group 2. Thank you for listening. Listen, this is Group 3. Hi, Group 3. I am supposed to be keeping these under 10 minutes, but I have a feeling that I may have to do two parts for group three because I am grinning from ear to ear with group three. Group three is sassy. So group three, you have selected the skyn condom, and I personally, those are my favorite brands. That's my favorite condom. But prior to I starting your reading, I the skyn condom kept catching my attention, and after I finished or was almost finished with group two, I just was my attention kept going to group three. Now listen, I didn't even have to shuffle any cards or anything. Once I cleared everything away, picked up the deck of cards again to pull and shuffle or whatever for group three, a card just jumped out. And that rarely happens for me. A card literally just jumped out the deck, and I was like, I guess I'm going to take it. And then it brought my attention back to the card I pulled for myself today, which is Pluto in the eighth house. So I feel like this group has, unlike group one where I mentioned if you are into astrology or whatever, I feel like this group is into the darker side of things. Again, dark does not mean negative or evil or anything like that, but just the darker side of things. Stay with me because this has to do with the card that jumped out for you. And then the words that fell out of my little word bag. So for everyone else, for group one and two, only 4 cards came out. 4 words came out. For you, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's, 7. Okay, I am going to give you everything as a whole, and then we're just going to go with this. Something about, before I even jump into that, let me give you the energy. So it felt like there's someone, or maybe you, someone's playing with you, playing in a like Scorpio kind of shades of gray type of energy. It is a gray day here, although yesterday was beautiful and sunny. But yeah, it feels like there's this, you haven't gotten to the point yet where you're annoyed with this playful thing that's going on with you and someone else, or maybe you just watch Shades of Gray. Maybe you understand the Scorpio energy. Maybe you, hopefully, if you're a Scorpio, you understand this. So let's go. Oh, and also there's something about smells, good or bad smells. Smells may be significant for you. Also, quick ejaculation, or you just want it quick, or you don't want it quick, or someone that you're with is quick, and you're maybe thinking about ways to extend the pleasure time, something around maybe erectile dysfunction, which is not a negative thing, and maybe you're looking for different ways to handle that, whether it's through medicine, going to a doctor, or a pump, or you have something around that, right? Coming quickly, just all of it. And so maybe to extend the play time with yourself or partner or partners, maybe there needs to be a bit more role playing and that scorpionic Pluto 8th house, sex, death, and taxes kind of energy. Maybe you need to, I felt this in my soul, watch some movies, erotica, that type of thing, and learn how to, I am getting turned on just by this reading. So let's go. The words. Oh, and I feel like I am going to get my glasses for this, and I just saw 444 on the timer here. So yes. So as I mentioned, the cards and the words. The card that jumped out for you was Play in the Dark. I am seeing 2 diamonds here, and it's a Jack of Diamonds and Play in the Dark. Maybe someone is named Jack, a jack of all trades, or you no longer, I'm going to come back to that. The words that you have for today are sleep, gossip, rest, luck, tourist, rituals, and graves. Listen, I didn't look at the words. I just shook my little bag and let the words fall out. Play in the dark, sleep, gossip, rest, luck, tourists, rituals, and graves. 7 words. There's there. You know that saying where it says that pressure turns coal into diamonds or something like that. But there's something about coming out. The pressure is causing someone, or is all right. I'm looking at the words here. Let's start with the word tourist. So let's not look at the word tourist, and as I mentioned in groups 1 and 2, that we're going to read between the lines. Look below the surface. Look at the dual meanings of the words, and sometimes the words might be a code word or a safe word. So when I look at the word tourist, and as I'm feeling the energy, it doesn't necessarily feel like tourist, but it feels like going on the journey back to self, the journey within, playing in your own darkness, the subconscious minds. Maybe you like playing mind games with yourself or other people, or maybe someone is playing mind games with you, and someone is playing mind games with you, and you find it attractive and tantalizing but frustrating at the same time, and you just want to I just feel like slam my hand on the table, but yes, come fuck me. Let's fuck. And then you go on your merry way. Toxic as fuck, but hey, we all got our kinks. And so and again, tourists, this kind of feels like this is new to you and not them, but you're determined to win this quote unquote game. Oh my gosh. So yeah, moving on to the next word. Maybe let's look at the word. I have the giggles. I have those giggles. There's a scene in the movie, I think it's where the woman finds her favorite author. Ooh, maybe some of you are thinking about writing some spicy, sexy novel about your sex life, love life, or something like that. But back to the movie. I'm rambling more. I am a rambler. I'm a yapper. I didn't ramble in piles 1 and 2, but I'm rambling in this one. And my refrigerator just stopped and turned off. So it's quiet. Maybe that's when you do your best work, when it's quiet and you're in the dark and you can think and fantasize. Oh, so now it's taking me back to the word sleep. So your rest time. Oh, also remember I said I pulled the word rest. So your rest time is your fantasy time, the time you manifest, so you could enjoy being in the dark. I feel like this is telling on someone that I know, but we're gonna go with it. So sleep and rest are your powerful, when you power up, and it's like your power down time is your power up time. That's when you're able to travel into the depths of your mind. I like you, pile 3 or group 3. So it's like there are these extremes